So, overall, how's everybody feeling? Sarge, start with you first.
Feeling alright today. Little, just not right, but that's nothing. As far as the world's going, everything's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you mean by far as a little off?
Just, I don't know, maybe it was, I done switched some medication, so I don't know if that's it, or I did drink some last night, but I only had like 3 beers, so that's not it.
Gotcha.
But just off.
Now, does it feel mentally off or physically off?
So I just feel sluggish.
Okay.
Yeah, just sluggish. I'm just up all. I mean, I got up at 6 this morning, but I just been tired all day. So.
Okay. So I gotta ask. So how was your week? Overall, your week. How was it? How would you define your week this week?
It was good until I guess the last 2 days. You know, I had to have a little come to Jesus meeting with one of the coworkers, and then I guess yesterday somebody was, I don't know what he was trying to do, just I don't know if he just wanted confrontation, I guess.
Oh, what moment? What moment was it?
I can't
A nigga moment.
yeah,
That we just talked about. A nigga moment.
it kind of was.
Cause like I said, when I saw that, I was like, it was just like, I helped the dude at first. Then out the blue, you walk up, you try to help him too, and he just goes, I don't want your help.
Yeah.
Don't touch him. Now, do you think that was a white black thing or just?
Could have been. I mean, he did kind of get short with Rob, but you know, I don't know if that was just because he was upset with me, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
That's kind of why I was like, I wish you were there too.
Yeah, I just missed it.
Just missed it.
And the funny thing was, I knew he wasn't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
But I thought that maybe, especially like when he come up behind me and just stood there, I was like, I tell you what.
I was watching that too. I'm just like,
If he so much as breathe on the back of my neck,
Every time.
it's gonna be a misunderstanding up in here.
Every time. I always miss good shit. Every
oh,
time.
that was how I was at first too. When I first was, it was like I always missed the customer that just wanted something that, like, they just want something to pop off, and I always missed it because it was always happening around 2:30 when I was on my lunch break, and I'm just like, are you serious?
That's what ruins it for me. The time I go to lunch.
So, also, any lady troubles?
I mean, same old. Yes. Nothing out of the way. Just marriage.
Okay. Oof. Sounds fun.
It can be. Yeah, it can be painstakingly want to take hot pokers to your eyes too, but you know, you take the bad with the good.
Yeah, the crazy part about that is, he's married and I'm not. I still feel the same damn way. My old lady gets some. Ooh, she gets some on there sometimes.
It's like they just. To me, it feels like with women, it's just. Feels like when they know when they're in a relationship, when you're in a relationship with them, and also it feels like common sense just goes out the window just a little bit more.
With you.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean, everything else, they're great to tell everybody else.
Yeah,
and help.
yeah.
But with you, the common sense is, it does tend to take a little detour.
Yeah, it'd be like where you just like
detour on the back road with bumps in it.
Yes.
Yep, and it's kind of like. It's like the most obvious choice. They don't. It'd be like, why'd you do that? Like a couple days ago, about a month ago, when we were going through that mixture of hot, cold. One day I had my AC and fan on.
Yeah.
And she got cold, so common sense would be, I'm cold, either grab a blanket,
right,
or cut the fan and AC off.
Right.
No, I come down and I'm like, why does it feel like 2 temperatures down here?
Because you can feel it from the top of the stairs coming down. You can feel the difference.
Yep, so I walk in and I come in the living room, and she's sitting there happy and jolly. Hey, babe. I look over and it's like, you got the heat on? Yeah, I got cold.
with that AC.
AC, fan, heat, and I'm like,
Is she paying an electric bill?
she helped me. I will say she did have my back when she was like, hey, okay, I know we've been together for like, I've been staying with you for about 2 months. Here's something to help you. So, but at that time she wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
all right.
my wife would have lost her mind.
Oh, man.
If the air conditioner's on and the windows cracked,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta hear it. I could imagine if I had the air conditioner, fan, and the heat.
Oh, man.
No.
And it literally felt like 2 days, and I'm just like,
With the window open.
Yeah.
But I think this is where it's like, to me, I'm like, good. You should think like this in the relationship, where it's like, she was like, well, I want to cut the AC off, but I know you will have something to say. And I'm like, yeah, because it's my house.
Just like, good job.
But I'm like, I would have jokingly said something, but with you having all of it on, and I was just like, what are you doing? I would have jokingly said, not you touched my air. I would have joked with her, but I would have left it like that. But
yeah.
she's like, I didn't want you to say nothing. Oh, so you picked the road, the rougher.
Yeah,
that's traveled.
That just doesn't make sense to me.
It really
Sorry, it just does not make sense.
But overall, it's like I said, it's like when you're in a relationship, it's just like, feels like with her and you and her, it's like the common sense just goes. So, Sean, how about you, bud? How you feeling?
See, pretty good. I went to the flea market today, early this morning. I'm going and got some DVDs that I was trying to get hold of. I did a brake job today. Try to help a guy out for putting a new grill in his car. Was the wrong one. So I got my hands dirty for nothing. Spent 20 minutes trying to get the other one out because I didn't want to take the bumper all the way off, but he still ordered the wrong shit.
Okay, so it was
either they sending the wrong stuff because either the car has the wrong badges on it, or there's a badge that's been taken off and he keeps getting stuff for a different Audi. It's the same model, but they're slightly different.
If I'm not mistaken, don't they have, if you order it online, don't they have a section where you can put like the VIN in, so you automatically get the right thing?
It depends on which
Site
you go on. Yeah, because Amazon does it. They guarantee anything that you buy off of there. Cause I do it all the time. But yeah, they keep sending him Audi stuff for a 3.0 instead of the 2.0 that he has in the car. So, but either way, I was real constructive. I got to watch a couple of the movies. Drank a few miniatures, sat back and enjoyed it with the old lady. I've been fucking kids just kind of destroying my house while we're watching the movie.
And one of the movies, didn't you go see that last week?
Yes, I went and go see that last week, and I could not wait for it to come out. On streaming, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to the flea market, even if I had to go to Virginia or Delaware, to get this damn movie. Like I said, it glitches a little bit on my end, but I still, all in all, still like the movie.
So overall, how was your week though? If you was saying, how would you say your week was?
Week, it's pretty good. There toward the end, was getting a little tired. A little irritated with one particular coworker.
Same coworker.
Yeah, same coworker. But I just felt like, maybe he was having an off day too, because again, he's always chipper when he's done got something. Or, it's...
Aren't we all though?
This is true.
True. Or some of us all have, different things to, get us happy. But him, you can tell when he's not getting it. He is just a horrible person. Like, horrible. But all in all, it's pretty good.
Gotcha.
Pretty good. Not bad.
How about you?
Hey, what about you, bud?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm feeling a little, yeah. Cause I feel a little, mentally, you know how you said physically you feel sluggish? Mentally I feel sluggish.
So you feel a little drained, mentally
Feel
drained.
drained because it's like, for the past 2 weeks, I'm open and transparent. For the past 2 weeks, I've only been surviving off of like $4. So it's like I'm trying to, just like maintain that because it's like we don't get overtime, so it's kind of like we literally get what you get your 9 to 5, and I'm thinking to myself, it's like 9 to 5 just isn't cutting it anymore, especially when your job
Right.
it's kind of like you got to watch that overtime now, and then it's like I'm to the point where it's like you got to pick and choose what bills to pay, and it's frustrating. Then it's like this week we literally got paid, and like I'm already in the double digits just from trying to catch up from last week's bills, and it's like it's frustrating because it's like, come on now, like it's because it feels like everything's going up, but your pay is going down.
Yeah.
And you're trying to think of like ways like, how can I get more money? I gotta make more. I need to do something. Like I gotta do something, and that's frustrating.
And yeah, the way that happened, it's a little messed up because you are like they did just you're getting this, like your bills and everything that you had going on was basically you had to plan
overtime basically covered my bills.
Yes.
But then I had some changes at the job, and it's kind of like they're like, snatch that away. So what was covering my, but now I'm using my actual pay to just try to maintain, and it made me think. I'm like, I don't even think it's just me. I'm like, this economy just in general.
Oh, it sucks.
Just isn't sustainable for a 9 to 5 anymore.
Yeah, a normal person.
A normal person.
Right.
9 to 5 just isn't cutting it anymore.
It's horrible. And a 9 to 5 would be okay if you were paid.
Paid like you were
supposed to be.
Yes.
But I mean, with I'm trying to remember the statistic I saw, but I want to say like they say it's something like the average pay for our area should be like I want to say it's like 79, 85,000 somewhere in there.
Should
a year, and
we're not getting nowhere near.
Nowhere near it. And now I've been where we're at for 10 years, but I've been doing the same thing for 30.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing what I'm doing right now. I've been doing for 30 years. I think I should be compensated for that, just for my knowledge, from everything that I've seen and been through. But I think that they don't.
It's crazy. I think when we had the C19, was it C? That
Chinese
really,
virus.
yeah. That wait, I can't say that. But no, that really pumped up companies' heads, because then they were like, okay, now we know who to keep, who not to keep. We know who's essential, who's not essential. We know who will break their necks to keep their job and who can care less. So then they go, oh, well, we can learn that we can use less people and we can just get them to do more work. And then it's like, we don't really have to pay as much. Because that's when our job really started to change. Because I did our job during the C19.
Yeah.
And I was sustainable. That's when I actually started living on my own, when it was sustainable.
Right, because they were giving that free money.
But it was it felt like that's exactly what I should have been making all the time, not just because the world's about to end.
Right.
Then all of a sudden they want to give you benefits. And it's like, no, I should keep, after it happened.
But they're still taking it back.
Yeah, they're just taking it from us or something like that.
Nothing is free. They may give it to you and say it's free.
Oh, we're going to figure out a way to
but they're going to get it regardless. And that's just with anything.
And I think that's how it feels now, where it's like, all right, we're still paying for all those stimuluses and stuff like that. And I'm just like, but that's what was bumming me out. Where it was like, no, far as this, it's like I'm still learning. I'm enjoying it. We're on week 3 and it's fun. So it's like I was trying to lose myself in that. But when your bills are knocking, saying, "Hey, I'm coming," and you're looking at your account and be like, "Can you wait?" Nope, I'm still, because the bills don't wait. The bills don't stop.
It's hard. I mean, I went from making good money, good money for 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yes.
But now seems like I'm no better off right now than I was 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating, especially if you've got more than one person in your household.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a family and you're going off of one, unless you're making a whole ton of money and you're sitting in an ivory tower somewhere making that money, it is hard to make it in this day and age, and and I don't want to be. I'm too proud to ask for help.
Yes, that's my thing too. I don't want to ask for help.
I'm too proud to ask for help, and my wife's not, and she's tried, but I make too much money. And how do you tell me that I make too much money is just
ridiculous?
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Especially I went from 4 people in my household to 3. Which is not hopefully, but it's going to be 2 here soon. Because my son will be going away to college.
Right.
So it might get a little better, but I don't foresee it getting any better. I actually see it probably getting a little worse.
Yeah, 'cause I feel the same way sometimes. I mean, I don't have much. My rent is cheaper than it should be, and most people are paying. And everything I got is paid for, and my old lady works, and we still have a few issues.
I think it's the economy.
It
but I think at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to either we popping balloons with our butt cheeks or selling our feet on OnlyFans. But we going to do something to get through.
I heard that. I heard that.